And now, Raw and Smackdown present WWE Backlash. Welcome everybody to Backlash, the stars of Raw and Smackdown, all under one roof. One at ringside as always, and a gigantic show for you guys this evening. 6 matches in total, 5 of those being championship matches, including the 2 World Championship matches for the 2 biggest prizes in sports entertainment today. But you can see already at ringside, the special guest referee for the WWE Championship match, Stone Cold Steve Austin, riding his ATV to the ring. You did expect to see Austin until later on in the show, so it's going to be interesting to see what the Rattlesnake has got in store as we open up Backlash. This pay-per-view has been a long time coming, long awaited, but hopefully the pay-per-view will deliver. So much going to be happening this evening. Championship after championship is going to be defended. You can hear the fans in attendance in this full capacity arena. Glad to see the Rattlesnake back, because it has been some time since we have seen Steve Austin in a WWE ring, and just a matter of moments we're going to hear what the former world champion has got to say. The crowd shouting they want Austin. It's been some time now since Austin's wrestled a match in the squared circle. Austin, of course, been out of injury now since the Survivor Series pay-per-view. Austin not yet medically cleared to compete this evening. It's only a matter of time until the Rattlesnake is going to be back in action over on the Raw brand. Not the first time we've seen Sheriff Austin. It's been a while, but the Sheriff is back in town, it seems. Austin promising a fair championship match this evening. Of course, the Rock along with Vince McMahon, but the board of directors have put Steve Austin in control of that one, and Steve Austin promising that WWE Championship match will be a fair match later on in the show. But enough talk, about to get into some action now. The first contest of the evening and the first championship match of the night. It is going to be Dolph Ziggler defending his WWE United States Championship against the £300 Ryback. So Dolph Ziggler now winning this US Championship 2 weeks ago on Smackdown. Dolph defeating The Miz in that steel cage. Of course, a lot of history there between the Dolph and The Miz. Both guys former tag team partners in the awesome show of tag team. Dolph and The Miz feuded last year. That feud never really got concluded until the fans voted both Dolph and The Miz into that vacant US Championship match, which of course Dolph Ziggler came out victorious. About to make his way to the ring now, the challenger this evening, Ryback. On the last week's edition of Smackdown, he defeated Wade Barrett, Justin Gabriel and The Miz in a 4-man over the top rope battle royal to determine who would be getting the championship match this evening. Ryback victorious, and now the near 300-pounder going to be looking to get his first taste of gold in the WWE. Ryback wearing that new gold ring attire this evening. Could the gold be a sign of things to come for Ryback? We will see. Ryback, of course, the much bigger man, the much stronger man, but Dolph Ziggler, the current US champion and a former Intercontinental champion as well, is one of the best pro athletes we've got in the WWE, and potentially one of the best ones you've ever seen in the history of the company. But we are underway. Ryback, Dolph Ziggler. This one for the Smackdown WWE United States Championship. Ryback. Oh, taking Ziggler down like that. A huge clothesline. Taking the champion down. And again, that big shoulder barge. Picking the champion back to his feet. But Ziggler, Irish foot reversal. Ryback with the ropes. Oh, but in the end, Ryback with that spear almost. Taking Ziggler down. The show off certainly got his work out this evening. The Dolph on the apron. Going to be good on the top rope. Oh, go for that famous, but cannot connect. Instead, Ryback catching him in midair into that powerbomb. A powerbomb surrounding the match could be devastating for the champion, but that time, Ryback not able to hit with that shell shot maneuver. Instead, Dolph Ziggler reversing it. Drop kick, and now the clothesline. The champion now finally trying to get momentum on his side. Ryback trying to cut him off, not to beat, and Ziggler for the second time. This time connects. That's super famous off that top rope. Big man in trouble. Ziggler. Oh, but Ryback putting that top rope down. Ziggler onto the outside of the ring now. What an opening contest this one has been so far. And Ziggler tasting her still. Ryback there. The 300-pound big hungry. Going to work on the current reigning and defending United States champion. These two superstars, part of the Smackdown brand. But this pay-per-view is, of course, double branded. So not only will this pay-per-view feature Smackdown wrestlers, but Raw wrestlers as well. As I mentioned at the top of the show, this show is going to be featuring 6 matches. 5 of those matches being championship matches, including the 2 biggest championships in wrestling today. Of course, I'm talking about the World and WWE World Championships. But back into this one, Ryback looking to get Ziggler again, but Ziggler, the much speedier competitor on this one, not taking it. And that time, Ryback going to the well one too many times, and Ziggler off the apron, taking Ryback down with that big clothesline off the side of the ring. And now is the time for the show off to go to work on the big man, and that is exactly what he's doing. Into the cover. Ryback out after only one though. Oh, and Dolph Ziggler trying to follow up, but not to be. Ryback now with that modified Lou Thesz press, as only Ryback can do. Ryback, one of those dominant superstars on this roster. It's also got to be noted, previously Dolph Ziggler hasn't been particularly liked by the WWE fans. But there's almost a newfound respect for Ziggler because he's been in the company now surprisingly long. And as we do find the veterans in the WWE, eventually it's only a matter of time before they get that respect and get that praise. And that's exactly what we are seeing this evening. Ryback, as we can hear, a slightly mixed reaction tonight. Clearly some Ryback fans, but some anti-Ryback fans as well. So the crowd pretty evenly split on this one. The crowd loving the match either way. Ryback now in the corner. Dolph Ziggler. Oh, going for that famous splash in the corner. That Stinger-like splash there. Of course, many rumours currently of Sting going to the WWE. Hopefully some more news on that soon. But Dolph Ziggler, who borrowed that Stinger splash, now calling Ryback to his feet. Going to be hitting that zigzag possibly. Going for it now. Ryback doesn't want any part of that zigzag. Instead, the elbows to the face of Ziggler. Sending Ziggler now onto the apron. And now it looks like, yep, connects with it. A suplex from the apron. Back into the ring by Big Hungry. And now Ziggler, who waited for that zigzag moments ago, now finding himself in big trouble. Oh, Ryback. That gorilla press into the power slam. And you can hear the crowd chanting, "We want Ziggler." And now they're chanting, "Feed me more." As I said, this crowd very mixed. And as I'm saying that, Ryback nearly decapitated Dolph Ziggler there with that huge immediate clothesline. Calling Ziggler to his feet. We could be seconds away from getting a brand new US champion. But again, Ziggler doesn't want any part of it, as does Ryback, not wanting part of that zigzag. Ryback again back in control. Irish whip to Ziggler. Ziggler. Oh. What the hell was that? Either way, into the cover. Oh, and he's got it. Ziggler with the counter into that cradle. Somehow managing to get the 1, 2, 3. You've got to think Ryback is going to be furious about how this match has ended. Ryback in control for the majority of the match. Only for Ziggler in the end. Getting the 1, 2, 3. The crowd happy with the outcome. You can hear a standing ovation for both Dolph and Ryback. A great match by these two great competitors. But, oh, Dolph Ziggler showing some respect. But Ryback does not want any part of that respect shown. Ryback, now who we said before, had a mixed reaction. The crowd now completely booing the big man. Ryback got him up. Oh, and a huge shell shock. A shell shock to Dolph Ziggler, who has just successfully defended his United States Championship at Ryback. Clearly a sore loser. Dolph is just helpless. The US Champion helpless in this assault of Ryback. And what the hell is Ryback doing? Oh, don't do it, Ryback. Surely not. Oh, and he gets it, the boot. The big boot, sending Dolph's skull into that ring post. And of course we know the history with Dolph and concussions, so that is going to be a horrific injury there for Dolph Ziggler. Obviously we wish Dolph a speedy recovery, but despite how this one looks now, Dolph Ziggler is leaving Backlash still the WWE United States Champion. We are going backstage, and from Ryback to a man Ryback has drawn many comparisons to Bill Goldberg arriving at the arena. Of course, Bill Goldberg in that huge WWE Championship match this evening. He is going to be taking on The Rock, the defending champion. Of course, Stone Cold Steve Austin, the special guest referee for that huge match. From the US Championship, we're going to be going to the Intercontinental Championship. This time over on the Raw side, we've got a submission match continuing this historic feud between the champion Chris Jericho and the challenger Latino Heat Eddie Guerrero. These two certainly no strangers from each other. If you've been a viewer for a long time now, you would know these two have been having a historic rivalry over the last year or so. These two feuded all last year over both Raw and even on ECW in the end. They feuded over the European Championship originally, and then later on in the feud, in the end actually had a loser leaves the WWE match, which Chris Jericho won. Eddie Guerrero finding himself on ECW, yet the feud did continue. And then more recently, both guys finding themselves back on the same brand again, of course, that being Raw. And this time, these two feuding over the then vacant Intercontinental Championship, which of course Jericho is now the champion. Jericho becoming champion actually by defeating Latino Heat on Raw several weeks ago now. They did have a follow-up match, which was a ladder match for that championship, which Chris Jericho was yet again successful in. And when all looked lost for Latino Heat, in the end Vince McMahon giving Eddie one more chance in that tag team match on the last edition of Raw, which Latino Heat ended up getting the win over Y2J, therefore getting himself one final shot this evening at the Intercontinental Championship. But if Latino Heat loses this match, he is not going to be getting any more matches with Chris Jericho or for the Intercontinental Championship anytime in the near future. So this truly is the last shot for Eddie Guerrero at Chris Jericho and at becoming the Intercontinental Champion. Like I said before, these two feuded all of last year, match after match, great match after great match, I've got to say. So these two guys know each other extremely well. Like I said before though, despite the many matches these guys have had, we've never really had that one final concluded winner of the feud. So these two, even 18 months later, still feuding. But whether or not this feud will be ending will remain to be seen. But nonetheless, these two every single time do produce classic matches. They wrestle back at Bad Blood, They were involved in a 6-man tag team match back at Armageddon, an epic table match at the ECW Reunion pay-per-view, and then the loser leaves tail match back at Bragging Rights, which unfortunately for Eddie Guerrero he lost, but as we found out shortly after, Latino Heat was back and straight back in the face of Chris Jericho. But here we go, we're underway already. Jericho sending Eddie onto the apron. Jericho off the springboard with a drop kick, taking Latino Heat down to the outside of the ring. Jericho, of course, the Intercontinental Champion, also a former European Champion, and more importantly, a former World Champion. Jericho back in 2001, pinning The Rock and Steve Austin the same night at the Vengeance 2001 pay-per-view, becoming the first ever undisputed World WWE Champion. But times have changed since that point. Jericho since then has become a record-setting Intercontinental Championship holder. Jericho, of course, champion yet again, and going to be looking to successfully retain that championship for a record number of times. Easier said than done though over Latino Heat Eddie Guerrero, who was also a former world champion. Eddie defeating Brock Lesnar at the No Way Out pay-per-view back in 2004. Despite only being a one-time WWE champion, Guerrero is a former US, IC, tag team and even championships back from the WCW days, so Latino Heat definitely no slouch. Both men varied wrestlers yet similar at the same time. Both men very technical, but many different varied moves in their arsenal, which we're going to be seeing this evening. Eddie was feeling the crowd, but Jericho the walls of Jericho locked in. This is a submission match, so Jericho desperate to get the submission on Latino Heat. Sending Jericho off the ropes. Leapfrog. Jericho the reversal. Into that Flora neck breaker. Jericho again going downstairs, trying to soften up those legs, soften up those limbs for the devastating walls of Jericho. That move winning Jericho many championships over the years. One of the most successful submission maneuvers in WWE and general wrestling history as well. But Latino Heat also has a submission move in his arsenal. The lasso from El Paso. Maybe not quite as known as much as the walls of Jericho, but have no doubt about it, it is a devastating submission as well. And as I'm saying that, we are seeing it. The lasso from El Paso locked in to the Intercontinental Champion. But Jericho that time, too strong, forced Eddie to relinquish the hold. And again, another neck breaker that time by Jericho. This match does continue. As said before, these two men no strangers to each other, having many matches this year and last year. That of course though guaranteeing this match to be one of the best matches of this Backlash pay-per-view. And so far it's got to be said, neither guy disappointed. Jericho goes for that lion's salt to the outside of the ring, but Latino Heat out of the way. Latino Heat avoiding that lion's salt. Eddie now on the apron. Oh, Hurricanrana. The running Hurricanrana off the side of the ring, and you can hear the crowd. Eddie Guerrero, a huge fan favourite. And again, another head scissors takedown. Jericho, the Intercontinental Champion, could be in trouble. But just as Eddie is going to continue the assault, Jericho ducking it, grabbing Eddie. And now Jericho's turn. 6 or 7 right hands there by the Ayatollah of Rock and Roll Up. And now Jericho going to be looking for that double arm backbreaker, it looks like. Eddie though reversing it into the Samoan drop onto the outside of the ring. This could be Eddie's chance now. Get Jericho in the ring and lock in that submission move and become the brand new champion. And that is potentially what Eddie is going to be doing here. Again, working on the limbs, that time, not the leg but rather the arm. But just as Jericho is about to be picked to his feet, the thumb to the eye. Referee Charles Robinson can't do much about it. This match is a submission match, and there is also no disqualifications. Eddie fighting back though, and now trademark Latino Heat. The crowd in attendance going insane. They are witnessing the three amigos. He's hit the second, and there we go. He's hit all three. The three amigos by Latino Heat. And now the former world champion going to the top rope, clearly going to be feeling froggy. Oh, but he cannot connect. Jericho out of the way of the frog splash. Latino Heat crashing and burning. And now Jericho. This is trademark Jericho. The power bombs dating back to the WCW days. We saw Eddie hit the three amigos, while Jericho going one better, hitting the three power bombs. Jericho off the middle rope and the lion salt. Another trademark Jericho move. The end could be here for Latino Heat. Jericho looking for the walls of Jericho, but nope, Eddie not allowing Jericho to get the walls of Jericho locked in. And now the monkey flip. Jericho vulnerable. Eddie going straight back downstairs. The last from El Paso locked back in again. Is the champion going to be tapping out this time? Oh, Jericho again showing great leg strength there. It's got to be said, Jericho, a submission specialist. Much more so than Eddie Guerrero. Jericho again. Oh, more signature moves by Jericho. The double arm backbreaker finally connecting. Jericho, the defending champion, back in firm control of this contest. Of course, this match, the second match of the evening. In the first match, we just saw Ryback unsuccessfully challenge Dolph Ziggler for the United States Championship. Of course, Ziggler winning that contest. But Ryback attacking Dolph after the match, sending Dolph crashing into that ring post. And we are hearing Dolph has suffered yet another concussion. But back into this one, we just saw Latino Heat Eddie Guerrero hit that frog splash. About to pick Jericho to his feet, but yet again Jericho with a thumb to the eye. And once again, referee Charles Robinson cannot do anything about it. Eddie hard out the corner. Jericho going for the walls. Jericho, nope. Latino Heat again. And Eddie with a head-to takedown. Y2J down yet again. This match does continue. Both men lend their bodies, their heart, their souls on the line. Both men still to their feet. Jericho standing up the ropes. And there we go. Jericho taking Eddie down yet again. I said before, this match is a no DQ match. So Jericho taking the pad in there off the steel turnbuckle pad. Referee cannot do anything about it. So this still has been exposed. Eddie now in the corner. This is not good for Latino Heat. Jericho going for the clothesline, cannot connect. Jericho's head bouncing off that steel ring. Now Latino Heat. Oh, he connects with it. The gory bomb. That move, of course, famous in the Guerrero legacy. And again, the lasso from El Paso locked in. Oh, next time Jericho tapping. Jericho's tapping. Eddie Guerrero's done it. Jericho bouncing off the steel into the gory bomb, then into the lasso from El Paso. And those three moves are enough to bring home the Intercontinental Championship to the Eddie Guerrero family. Eddie once again a champion here in the WWE. Latino Heat once again defeating Jericho. And this historic Latino Heat Jericho feud surely is going to continue now. Backstage we have got the Shield. All three members in huge matches this evening. Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose are going to be defending the Tag Team Championships against John Cena and Daniel Bryan. And of course, Seth Rollins going to be challenging CM Punk in tonight's main event for the Smackdown World Heavyweight Championship. But huge match after huge match. This show is going to continue. Coming up next, probably the most personal match on this card. It is the grudge match between the former friends. It is going to be HBK Shawn Michaels versus Triple H. This match, a no disqualification street fight. These two men, best friends ever since 1996 when they formed one of the most dominant groups in wrestling history. Yes, I am talking D-Generation X. D-Generation X, in many different forms, surviving the years until it was D-Generation X versus the NWO in that huge Survivor Series tag team contest. As we remember, Vince McMahon declaring the losing team of that match would be forced to disband. As we found out, the NWO defeating DX, so DX forced to disband as a group. But Vince, showing some generosity the following Raw, allowing HBK and Triple H to team up one final time in that tag team match. HBK was going for the much needed tag, but Triple H dropping off the outside of the ring, and Triple H walking away, leaving Shawn Michaels in the ring in a 2-on-1 predicament. Then the following week, when HBK was getting attacked, Triple H music hit, Triple H runs towards the ring, and we thought Triple H was going to be saving his former tag team partner, but it was not to be. Instead, Triple H grabbing a steel chair and wrapping that chair around the head of his former best friend. And that is the basis of how this feud has begun. These two, as I said, former best friends, former D-Generation X stablemates, now going to be bitter enemies, and this match is a street fight. So no disqualification, anything goes. And this match already underway. HBK attacking Triple H before he can even get to the ring. This match so personal, gotta be the most personal match on this entire Backlash pay-per-view. Again, this match, a street fight, no disqualifications, anything goes. Referee cannot do anything to stop these guys. And HBK with that big suplex, sending Triple H down the hard way on the entrance ramp. Still on spine, is not going to feel good for anyone. Still very strange to see these two men going at it. Of course, we have seen these two men go at it over the years, but this time we thought DX was back for good. That, of course, is not how it's turned out. And these two, once best friends, yet again bitter enemies, once again in a one-on-one match with everything on the line. So much personal animosity in this contest. It truly is going to be a brutal match we're about to witness. The two men not even got to the ring yet, currently on the entrance ramp, all out brawling with each other. You can hear the crowd though, loving this contest so far. Oh, I think Triple H was at the thumb to the eye, and then definitely a low blow that time. The game, that former 13-time world champion going to work on his former best friend. And HBK, of course, a former world champion in his own right, but compared to Triple H's 13 world championships, HBK only a 4-time world champion. Triple H going for the Eddie pedigree. Oh, but HBK reversing the pedigree. The back body drop, sending Triple H crashing through that table. That is a huge moment in this contest. You've got to think, if Triple H and HBK were in the ring after going from that table, that could potentially be enough to put the game down for the 1-2-3. But this match, despite being no DQ, has to be won inside the ring. So HBK there, not able to go for the cover. Triple H, though, despite being set through that table, attempting to get back into this match. A sealed chair now in hand. Triple H waiting for HBK to get to his feet, and as soon as HBK gets up, Triple H sending him straight back down, but still to the cranium. And because these two men know each other inside out, they know each other's weaknesses. Of course, both men well documented injuries in the past. Triple H with those quads and HBK with that back. So you've got to wonder whether or not that could come into play in this one. Finally though, both men in the ring, and now these former D-Generation X stablemates still going to war. The crowd, well, you can hear the crowd and exactly what they think of this one. Back in the ring, the brawl continuing. Triple H with those right hands, and now the huge knee to the face of HBK. Going downstairs, and again more hands by Triple H. Triple H, clearly the bigger man of the two, but never count out the Heartbreak Kid. A legendary career in the WWE, as I said before, a former 4-time world champion. But HBK's career almost goes above and beyond just world championship reigns. One of the most respected veterans in the WWE today, and no doubt a true legend of this business. Triple H still building his legacy here in the WWE, but to some, a legend in his own right. And hopefully, with both these potential legends, this is going to be a potentially legendary match. Triple H sending HBK down on the rope. Great move by Triple H. I think he was going to be going for the cover that time, but Michael's fighting back now. That flutter on neck breaker. Picking the game to his feet. Michael sending Hunter into the corner, but Hunter out of the way. Going downstairs. Oh, and trademark Triple H show that spine buster. Calling Michael to his feet. Going to be going for that devastating pedigree again. But for the second time in this match, HBK getting out of the pedigree. I said before, these two men know each other so well, so you've got to assume that is why HBK knows the perfect counter for the pedigree. Oh, Triple H in trouble. HBK with that drop kick down hard onto the game. And luring the game into the cover. HBK only had one count that time with that roll up. So this match does continue. Already we have seen steel chair shots, and we've even seen Triple H back body drop through a table. You've got to wonder what more these two men can do to each other in this one. It's got to be said, I think this one goes almost beyond just getting the victory. These two men truly want to hurt each other in this one. Again, that all because Triple H turning his back on HBK. Admittedly, DX was forced to end, but there's no reason these two men could not have continued their friendship outside of the group. But Triple H showing that evil side we have seen so many times over the years, and that evil side rearing its head yet again. Triple H wrapping that chair around the head of HBK, and Triple H turning his back on his best friend. On Raw recently, we saw these two men involved in that huge tag team contest involving Jericho and Eddie Guerrero. During that match, these two men brawling all the way backstage. The side of things to come tonight, as you've already seen, this match has resembled more of a brawling match than a technical match, as many of us possibly expected. But under Street Fight rules, anything goes, as we are seeing HBK with the steel steps into the head of the game. And now Michael's doing the right thing, putting Triple H to his feet. The crowd loving every match they've seen so far on this pay-per-view. Of course, this is the third match of the evening. Still 3 matches to go after this one, including 2 World Championship matches. We're going to be seeing Goldberg taking on The Rock. We're also going to be seeing CM Punk taking on Seth Rollins. All that and more still to come. But back in this one, HBK tuning up the band. Going to be looking for that sweet chin music. Oh, but Triple H ducks it. Going to be going for the pedigree. No. Another reversal. That time Triple H being sent for another back body drop. That's the first time in this contest Michaels has reversed the pedigree. Again, that all coming back to the fact these two men know each other so well. They have battled so many times before. But these two men do continue this match. And what an amazing match it has been. HBK set out the corner into that neck breaker. And we know the history of HBK with that neck and back. So you've got to assume that as one area Triple H is going to be directing his offense on. But HBK, as we've seen over the years so many times, forming a comeback now, that crossbody and then the kip up. And now sending Triple H down to that DDT. Working on the arm. Deliberate offense here to Triple H. HBK trying to really put his authority on this one. But what a series of counters there. In the end, Triple H, that's vintage big knee. The knee to the face of HBK into the corner. Oh, but Michaels over the roll up. Oh, and Michaels coming so close back time to defeating his rival Triple H. But again, Triple H back in control. The much bigger man in this contest. Though as we've seen already this evening, despite the size difference, that does not always equal the win for the bigger man. Triple H now with that steel chair. Michaels groggy trying to get back into the ring, but Triple H taking Michaels down with that steel chair. And Michaels in deep trouble in this one. The cerebral assassin, an expert in these brawl type environments. Michaels though, not a stranger completely to it himself, going to the top rope, doesn't quite realise how close Triple H is. Just about fighting him off, and a drop kick to follow up. Michaels with that big drop kick. Triple H now down in the centre of the ring. Michaels is side with a steel chair in his hands, waiting for Triple H to get to his feet, which he does. And as soon as Triple H gets up, Michaels takes him back down there with that big spinning wheel kick, sending that chair back into the face of the game. Michaels going underneath the ring, but can't quite seem to find what he's looking for. Triple H trying to take advantage, but Michaels against that roll up. 2 count. Michaels again coming so close to defeating Triple H. But Triple H, as we have seen time and time again on that clothesline, big steel chair shot to the chest of Michaels this time. Michaels though continuing that resiliency, fighting back time after time. We can see now a trash can come into play. Michaels over the top rope, but they game out of the way. Man, these two are putting on a clinic. What a match we are witnessing. Both these guys laying all on the line. No titles on the line in this one. This one purely for pride. Do not forget the build we saw coming into this match. We've been through it already. But Triple H, after so many years of being best friends with HBK, turning his back. Now these two, once best friends, once the founders of D-Generation X, now bitter enemies. At Backlash 2014, these two men absolutely tearing each other apart. Michaels is getting that lovely crossbody back into the ring. We can see a table now. We've already seen one table earlier on when HBK reversing that pedigree, back body dropping, Triple H through that table on the entrance ramp. And after going back and forth again, Triple H again finds himself in control, dropping Michaels throat first onto that top rope. And now Michaels could be in a world of trouble. Triple H placing HBK onto that table. And we don't see it too often, but Triple H is going to be venturing out to the top rope. Michaels though, quick like cat, as we have seen time and time again over the years. And this is not going to be good for Triple H if Michaels can connect. Can he get it? Yes, he can. The superplex through the table. Triple H down. This one could be over. But again, the cerebral assassin refusing to stay down. The former 13-time world champion continues his fight back. And that is the second time Triple H has been put through the table. The first time was a back body drop. The second time, a top rope superplex. You've got to wonder how in the hell the game is continuing in this fight. But you can definitely see the effects of that table on Triple H. But oh, here we go. The sledgehammer coming into play, but HBK this time grabs it. And this time sends that hammer into the abdomen of the game. That move certainly backfiring for Triple H. Michaels now shooting up the band. The crowd going insane. Going to be looking for that sweet chin music. Oh, but Triple H ducks it again. Pedigree time. Oh, and this time he connects. Triple H finally hitting that pedigree. This one could be over. Michaels again kicking out. Michaels now have a comeback of his own. Manhattan drop. Sweet chin music. Vintage HBK. HBK could have this one in the bag. Not to be. Triple H again kicking out. See what you want about the game. This guy will just not stay down. The same could be said about HBK. And again, HBK, that steel chair shot to the skull of the game. Surely this match, only a matter of time until this one is coming towards the end. Michaels off the top rope with that signature elbow drop. And for the fourth time now, Michaels shooting out the band. Is he finally going to defeat the game tonight at Backlash? Yet again, Triple H ducks it from to the eye on the low blow. Remember, this match is clearly a no disqualification match. That low blow as legal as a headlock. And now Triple H, his best friend, that sledgehammer in hand. And this is never good for Triple H's opponent when this happens. Triple H, oh, stalking HBK, sledgehammer to the gut of Michaels. Oh, Triple H, the sledgehammer to the back of HBK, and we know the problems HBK has had with that back. Triple H taking advantage. A hammer shot, a chair shot. Michaels isn't moving. It is only a matter of time now. And just to cement the punishment on HBK, the pedigree onto that steel chair. Triple H into the cover. And this one finally coming to an end. Both guys kicking out of each other's finishing maneuvers. We've seen tables, chairs, trash cans. You name it, we have seen it. In the end, Triple H with that sledgehammer to the gut of Michaels, then to the back of Michaels, then the steel chair shot, then the pedigree on the steel chair. Triple H doing all he can do and defeating his bitter rival HBK tonight at Backlash. And before we continue tonight's epic pay-per-view, I want to give a special shout out and thank you to the band Lock Up Laura for allowing us to use their song Dreaming of Insomnia for tonight's Backlash pay-per-view. The song is from their debut album titled Running in the Dark. Great music, great band. Check them out at youtube.com/LockUpLaura, as well as on their Facebook, Twitter and official website at lockuplauramusic.co.uk. All their links can be found in the description below. And again, huge thanks to the band for allowing me to use their song for tonight's show. So please do go over to their sites and social media and give those guys some massive Team 101 love. If you've missed any of tonight's action, we saw Dolph Ziggler successfully retain his United States Championship against Ryback. We saw Eddie Guerrero become the brand new Intercontinental Champion, defeating Chris Jericho in a submission match. And the match we just saw, as brutal as they come, longtime friends, now fierce rivals, Triple H defeating HBK in one of the most brutal matches we have seen in quite some time. So we have seen great matches this evening, but still great matches to come. 3 matches left. We've got a tag team title match, a world title match, and a WWE Championship match. And speaking of the WWE Championship, that is a match we're going to be going to next. But before we do, the current WWE Champion, The Rock, is backstage, microphone in hand, so let's see what exactly the champion has got to say. The Rock, as charismatic as they come, great promo by the Great One, and his match is coming up next. It is going to be The Rock, it is going to be Goldberg, it is going to be Austin as the special guest referee. This one for the biggest prize in sports entertainment today, the Raw Brand's WWE Championship. This match going to get underway in just a matter of moments. Stone Cold Steve Austin coming out first. We saw Austin open up this show with a promo, letting everybody know in attendance that he is going to be the special guest referee, and he is going to be calling this one right down the middle. Stone Cold is guaranteed this will be a fair WWE Championship match. Obviously, The Rock, the WWE Champion, is aligned with the boss, Mr. McMahon himself, so the board of directors have put Stone Cold in charge of this one to make sure this one truly is called straight down the middle. We haven't seen Austin in action since Survivor Series when he lost a World Championship match against CM Punk. Of course, CM Punk still the World Champion to this very day. His match against Seth Rollins still to come this evening. But we haven't seen Austin since that pay-per-view, because what many people don't know is that during that match Austin suffered yet another back injury, and Austin has been on the shelf for the last couple of months nursing that injury. But it is only a matter of time, as Austin said earlier on, then Austin will be cleared and back and ready to wrestle on Raw. But until that time, the biggest star on Raw is certainly this man, the reigning and defending WWE Champion, The Rock. The Rock has been champion since Survivor Series pay-per-view. Who can forget this championship was vacant? It was Kane versus Undertaker, brother versus brother for the vacant championship. Undertaker just about winning that one, but before it was said and done, Vince McMahon, who was feuding with the Undertaker at the time, announced The Rock would be getting a match right there and then. So a battered Undertaker, after going through a grueling match against his brother Kane, defended his newly won WWE Championship against The Rock, and as we know, the rest is history. The Rock winning that match in quick fashion, and The Rock obviously still the champion coming into this pay-per-view. But the question is, will The Rock be leaving Backlash still the WWE Champion, because his opponent is arguably one of the most dominant superstars we have ever seen in wrestling? Bill Goldberg, former WCW and WWE World Champion, making his way to the ring with that trademark entrance. The crowd going crazy. They cannot wait to see this WWE Championship match. Again, Stone Cold Steve Austin is the special guest referee and is guaranteed to call this one straight down the middle. Austin, Goldberg, many fans wanted to see these two in the ring at the same time. Obviously, this isn't a one-on-one match, but still, this is going to be the closest we've ever seen these two men come in regards to being in the square circle itself. When Austin is back from injury, that's possibly a match the powers that be will be setting up. But until that point, this is going to be the closest we have seen Austin and Goldberg in the same ring. Here we go though with the official ring introductions. Goldberg the challenger, a WCW legend, weighing around that 300-pound mark. But The Rock, no small man himself, a multiple-time WWE champion, and Austin ringing the bell. This one is underway. Goldberg Rock for the WWE Championship. Stone Cold Steve Austin, the special guest referee. Goldberg over that clothesline, Rock ducking it, and The Rock with a quick clothesline of his own. Rock early on with the advantage. Didn't expect to see this. Oh, but as quickly as The Rock misses that one, Goldberg in control. Big kick to the face of The Rock. And Goldberg, a man of size we don't expect to see kicks of that nature. But that is just one side of Goldberg's offense. But Rock in this contest has got to pick his spots carefully. And that is exactly what the Great One is doing. Throwing Goldberg shoulder first into that ring post. Both men locking up. And Rock again, as I said before, picking his moments. Rock's got to be on his game this evening. Going downstairs. And again for the second time. That leg dragon screw taking Goldberg down. Rock again. Taking him down again with that leg. This time, the headlock, but Goldberg with that power, pushing the Rock away. And that's more like it from Goldberg, that big clothesline. Who can forget Goldberg's amazing undefeated streak back in the WCW days. And since making his re-debut, you've got to say Goldberg looks to be in arguably the best shape of his career so far. The crowd is still electric. The Rock, the quote-unquote bad guy for this one, but as you can hear the crowd this evening, plenty of Rocky fans here tonight. Austin looking on. Probably worth noting, Austin, as we heard, not yet cleared to wrestle, so it's been made clear to both Rock and Goldberg that no physical action can happen with Austin, and if that is the case, there will be severe consequences for either man, so definitely do not expect either man to risk out this evening. So don't expect Austin to get physically involved in this one. But as I said, Austin, only a matter of time now until Austin is good to go and clear to wrestle. So Austin, as he said this evening, will be back soon, better than ever, and raising more hell than he's ever raised in his wrestling life. But in the action, The Rock with that Samoan drop. And The Rock taunting the crowd, but that not paying off for the Great One. Goldberg clothesline from behind, Rocky down. Being picked up by the 300-pounder in a big drop kick. Again, we don't expect to see moves like that for a man of Goldberg's size. But Goldberg, despite being around that 300-pound mark, has a great drop kick on him. Rocky again picking the spots carefully, reversing that move, tossing Goldberg to the outside of the ring. But Bill Goldberg, as quickly as that. Maybe spoke too soon though, because Rock again showing that speed. Rock clearly the speedier man of the two. Back suplex onto the outside of the ring. Rock now continuing this assault. Like I said, in what's been a theme all evening, despite the bigger man, in theory, having the advantage, that doesn't always work out here in WWE. But The Rock making a mistake there, turning his back on Goldberg, allowing Goldberg to get his breath back. And just like that, that big belly-to-belly overhead suplex onto the outside of the ring. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you can see we've got padding here this evening. But anyone will tell you this padding, they've landed on it before, really isn't that thick. So a normal move on that side of the ring can truly be devastating on this floor. Goldberg though, showing that fight battle that's made him a former WWE and WCW champion. This time a back suplex of his own. And Goldberg, now you can see in the eyes of this man, is back to his best, hungry and wanting to become the WWE champion desperately. Easier said than done though. The Rock, a multiple time WWE champion, This man has done it all in this business. He has held pretty much every championship there is to hold. He's made movies. A Hall of Fame career for sure. Bringing the gold into the ring. Distracting Goldberg. Rock taking advantage of the situation. Again, great tactics by the Great One. Off the Irish whip, and Goldberg with that big boot to the chin of the Great One that time. This match is a strictly one-on-one contest. There is disqualifications, there is countouts, but as we saw moments ago, Austin is going to be playing by his own rules. That time not deciding to count either man out. So going to be interesting to see how loosely Austin upholds the rules in this contest. Of course, you can see the belt in the ring. Austin hasn't yet removed it, as a general referee would do. So be sure to keep your eyes on that championship. But I think we're about to see it. The most electrifying move in sports and entertainment today, the People's Elbow. The elbow down onto Goldberg. Rock could possibly be retaining that championship. Goldberg at the last second kicking out the People's Elbow. That move has put down some of the best in this business, including the man to his right, Stone Cold Steve Austin himself. But from one devastating mover to another, the Rock calling for it. Gonna be looking for that rock bottom. Can he connect? Goldberg does not want to be rock bottom at the moment. Elbows to the Great One, Irish whip. Rock out of the corner. Goldberg again that power slam. Picking Rocky to his feet. And there we go, signature Goldberg. A neck breaker type maneuver there. A move that Goldberg has truly perfected. And Goldberg in the corner. Rocky about to turn into a spear. It looks like no. Oh, Rock turning the spear into a DDT. And I think Goldberg's head bouncing off that championship in the ring. Goldberg groggy. The Rock calling to his feet yet again. Here we go, rock bottom time. For the second time, Goldberg kicking out of it. Rock though, back in control. Irish whip. Going for a scoop slam. Goldberg though, too big, too strong for Rock. Taking Rock down with that arm breaker. Picking the WWE Champion back to his feet. This is vintage Goldberg. That huge slam, taking Rock down. The crowd going insane. Goldberg can feel it. Goldberg feeling he is possibly moments away from becoming the WWE Champion. But Rock, the fight of a champion, fighting back now. Another spine buster. And it could be that time yet again. For the second time in this match, it is time for the most electrifying move in sports and entertainment today. The People's Elbow. The second time, People's Elbow to the heart of Goldberg. Austin counting again. That time only a one count. The Rock cannot believe it. I said before that move was put down some of the best, but Goldberg possibly on instinct alone kicking out of that one. The Rock with the championship in hand now. This is not good for Goldberg. Goldberg slowly getting to his feet. Rock misses it. Goldberg championship in hand. Across the face of the Great One. The championship across the cranium of the WWE Champion. Stone Cold Steve Austin not calling for disqualification. Not disqualifying the former WCW Champion. Interesting move by Austin. Vince McMahon's got to be watching. And Vince McMahon cannot be happy what he is seeing. He is seeing his champion, The Rock, getting dismantled by Goldberg. Goldberg's got him up. Jackhammer. Jackhammer onto The Rock. Goldberg into the cover. And Stone Cold Steve Austin counting the 3. Bill Goldberg has defeated The Rock. Bill Goldberg is the brand new WWE Champion. You've really got to wonder whether that was a wise move on Austin's part. But nevertheless, The Rock has lost the WWE Championship. Bill Goldberg leaving Backlash, the brand new WWE Champion. I'm hearing Vince McMahon backstage. He's got a few words he wants to say about this WWE Championship situation. Vince clearly feels Austin screwed The Rock out of the championship. You can see Mr. McMahon is furious. So there we go, tomorrow night's Raw main event confirmed. It is going to be the new champion, Bill Goldberg, defending that championship for the first time against the former champion, The Rock, in a special guest referee match. The referee to be determined by Vince McMahon himself. Vince McMahon suspended Steve Austin, so it looks like that was the last time we have seen Stone Cold for some time to come. But moving on, coming up next, we're going to be defending the Smackdown WWE Tag Team Championships. It is going to be the reigning champions, The Shield, Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns, defending those championships against the new team of Daniel Bryan and John Cena. Now, this Daniel Bryan, John Cena tag team, going to be an interesting tag team to watch here at Backlash. These two getting the victory over The Shield in a 6-man tag team match on the previous episode of Friday Night Smackdown. So Vince McMahon, in the interest of fairness, giving this team of Cena and Daniel Bryan a tag team title shot on tonight's pay-per-view. The Shield have been tag team champions now for roughly a month, and it's got to be said the Shield have been dominant on the Smackdown brand. The third member of the Shield, that being Seth Rollins, is in tonight's main event. That one coming up next. It is going to be Rollins taking on CM Punk in a ladder match for the Smackdown World Heavyweight Championship. That's still to come, but we are focusing on this one. Again, this one for the WWE Smackdown Tag Team Champions. And one half of the challenging team about to make his way to the ring now, John Cena, with some brand new ring attire this evening. Trademark entrance by Cena, love him or hate him, you've got to respect what this man has accomplished here in the WWE. And his tag team partner, arguably the most popular face in the WWE currently, the Yes Man, the Flying Goat, Daniel Bryan, making his way to the ring, and you can hear the crowd absolutely love this man. Daniel Bryan can do no wrong in the eyes of the WWE Universe, and Daniel Bryan hasn't held any championship gold since losing the Light Heavyweight Championship to Seth Rollins last year. So this is going to be a brilliant opportunity for Daniel Bryan to once again be a champion here in the WWE. The bell has been rung. This one is underway. Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns kicking this match off with their respective teams. Roman Reigns, the biggest man in this contest. Daniel Bryan, the smallest man. So interesting comparison between these two guys in size. Roman Reigns, as you would probably expect, the upper hand so far. The early tag to Dean Ambrose. Ambrose has been called the most unstable member of the Shield. Ambrose making a name for himself in WWE, and before he came to the WWE as Jon Moxley, a former CZW World Champion. Ambrose all the tools to succeed here in the WWE and one day potentially become a WWE World Champion. As it stands though, Ambrose, one half of the tag team champions, and this match has been great so far. We just saw Daniel Bryan there off that top rope with that signature drop kick. Daniel Bryan, one of the best drop kicks in WWE today. But Ambrose continuing to be back in control on the top rope. Is this going to be a superplex maybe? It looks like it. Can he connect? He can. Dean Ambrose, that superplex onto the Yes Man Daniel Bryan. But Bryan arguably the biggest underdog the WWE has ever seen, refusing to stay down, and the former world champion. Now those kicks onto Dean Ambrose. Just saw 3 kicks, but Daniel Bryan not managing to follow up. That time the eye rake by Ambrose. And now Roman Reigns and John Cena tagged in at exactly the same time. Here we go. The crowd has been waiting for these two to go at it, and it is finally happening. Roman Reigns, John Cena, face to face, middle of the ring at Backlash. Cena with the upper hand, going for that right hand. Roman Reigns though, reversing it. Big back suplex, spinning Cena there, nearly knocking Cena out of his boots. Cena attempting the Irish whip, but Roman Reigns not allowing it. Reigns putting Cena in that tree of woe. And this is not good for Cena, but oh, what a reversal. Cena there showing great agility. Dean Ambrose trying to distract John Cena. And between the pair of Ambrose and Reigns, Cena finding himself down on the mat again. Cena, the king of the comeback, putting Reigns in the corner. 1 right hand, 2 right hands, and 3 right hands, taking the biggest member of the Shield down to the mat. But just like that, Roman Reigns reversing the Irish whip. Reigns back into his tag team corner. Dean Ambrose tagged in again. An interesting pairing this is between Cena and Ambrose. Going to be an interesting battle, that's for sure. But oh, the battle not lasting too long. Ambrose with a quick tag to his buddy Roman Reigns. And just like that, the Shield decimating John Cena. That huge Irish whip into the corner. But Cena working on possibly instinct alone. Fighting back again on the Hurricanrana. We do not see that move too often. But what a move by John Cena. Now going to be going to the top rope. Possibly going to be looking for that special 5-knuckle shuffle. But not to be that time. Ambrose pushing Cena off. That allowing Ambrose to get the tag. But not entirely paying off for the Shield. Ambrose in the corner. Oh, and a Hurricanrana again. A Hurricanrana by John Cena. This time onto Dean Ambrose. Cena on fire tonight at Backlash. And the crowd, as they've been all night long, showing their appreciation. This full capacity arena, loving the matches they've witnessed tonight. Got to say, this Backlash pay-per-view has been full of quality matches, and there is one huge quality match to come. Of course, Seth Rollins, CM Punk ladder match for the World Championship. That's still to come. This Tag Team Championship match still going on. Daniel Bryan now tagged back in. Series of kicks and a big one to finish Roman Reigns off. That huge kick across the face of Roman Reigns. And it could be over. Yes lock. The yes lock has been locked in. Dean Ambrose doing all he can do. And in the end, Dean Ambrose allowing Roman Reigns to get out of the yes lock. These two though still going at it. Roman Reigns, headlock takedown. Roman Reigns now crawling to the corner. Gets a desperation tag. Dean Ambrose tag back in. Goes to the right hand. Cannot connect. Oh, and Daniel Bryan with that big knee. The running knee to the face of Ambrose. That move coming out of nowhere. And that move has just won the team of Daniel Bryan and John Cena the WWE Smackdown Tag Team Championships. John Cena, Daniel Bryan, an interesting team. Not a team many would expect to see in the WWE. But from nowhere, Daniel Bryan hitting that running knee onto Dean Ambrose. And John Cena and Daniel Bryan are the brand new SmackDown Tag Team Champions. What a match that was, and what a pay-per-view this has been. We have got one match still to come. It is the main event. Backstage now we can see Seth Rollins getting ready for the biggest match of his career so far, because coming up next, it is the much anticipated main event of Backlash. It is going to be CM Punk defending his World Heavyweight Championship against Seth Rollins in a ladder match. Now this one, certainly the match I've personally been looking forward to the most, as I'm sure many of you have as well. These two guys always put on fantastic matches, and this ladder match should be no different. Untraditionally, the champion CM Punk out first, making his way to the ring in his best since day one t-shirt. Don't forget, CM Punk is the current reigning and defending World Heavyweight Champion, but because this is a ladder match, the championship is already above the ring, so that is why CM Punk is holding the championship. The World Championship hanging high above the ring. Of course, the only way to win this match is to climb that ladder and pull down the illustrious World Heavyweight Championship. CM Punk currently on a record-setting World Championship reign, holding that championship now for well over a year. Along the way, CM Punk has defeated the likes of RVD, Daniel Bryan, John Cena, Randy Orton, and even Stone Cold Steve Austin. Who can forget the other month at the Survivor Series pay-per-view where CM Punk defeated Steve Austin, though ultimately that night was a bad night for Punk, as that was the night the NWO turned their back on Punk, because remember, for a long period of time he was the leader of the reformed NWO. That feud is still going on between Punk and the members of the New World Order, though of course tonight it is not about that rivalry, it is about the World Championship, this Smackdown main event of the pay-per-view, Punk Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship. The challenger now making his way to the ring through the crowd, as he usually does, Seth Rollins, the current light heavyweight champion on SmackDown. Though this championship is not going to be up for grabs this evening, this match purely for Punk's World Championship. Though an interesting thought to think, this is light heavyweight versus heavyweight, should be a memorable main event of the show. As we saw previously, Rollins' teammates in the Shield not having much luck. Reigns and Dean Ambrose just losing the tag team championships to John Cena and Daniel Bryan previously. But this is underway, the bell has been rung. Punk Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship. What a match this is sure to be. Plenty of early action. CM Punk off the ropes. Leapfrog by Rollins. Punk reversing though into a DDT. That float around DDT. Punk in some brand new blue ring attire this evening. Of course, for the longest period of time we saw CM Punk in the traditional white and black of the NWO, but now Punk is completely solo. We're going to be seeing some colours in the attire of CM Punk once again. Going for that modified double axe handle. Rollins over the leg sweep. Sending Punk into the corner. The champion reeling early on. And the challenger making a fantastic start to this one. Sending Punk's face off that middle turnbuckle. What a start by Rollins. No doubt about it, this is the biggest match in Seth Rollins' career so far. Spinning wheel kick off the top rope. Pulling Punk to his feet. Punk though out of that one. Irish whip of his own. This time Rollins out, another reversal into that throw neck breaker. And guys, do not forget the history between these two men, as Rollins is calling Punk to his feet once again. Going for that signature knee, cannot connect. CM Punk with the backhand smash, taking Rollins down. Irish whip by Punk. Rollins in the corner. Punk going for double knees, can't connect, but Seth Rollins connecting now with the enziguri kick. That big kick to the back of CM Punk's head. As I was about to say previously, do not forget the history between these two men. Both men former members of the NWO, as CM Punk just gets drilled there by Seth Rollins once again. Though these two men leaving the NWO in much different fashion. As I've already mentioned, CM Punk was kicked out of the group by Kevin Nash, Scott Hall and The Big Show. Rollins on the other hand, leaving the group around the same time as Punk, though his reasons for leaving the group were mutually agreed. Rollins leaving that group to make his own group, of course, as we now know as the Shield. So as far as we're aware, there is no bad blood between Rollins and the NWO. Now obviously that cannot be said for CM Punk and the NWO, as we have seen Punk and the New World Order go back and forth week after week. But as I've already said, that feud on the back burner for now, because tonight at Backlash it is purely about the most prestigious championship on the Smackdown brand, the World Heavyweight Championship. A great move there by Rollins, showing that athletic ability. The drop kick, sending Punk onto the outside of the ring. And here we go, the ladder being set up. Rollins doing the right thing. Go for that championship, he's got it, but no, Punk. The clubbing blow to the back of the challenger. Oh, and a powerbomb. A big powerbomb off that ladder. The challenger now flat on the mat. The champion going for his championship. This time it's Rollins' turn. Sending Punk crashing off that 15-foot ladder. And Rollins again setting that ladder up. Again, folks, don't forget the only way to win this match is to climb the ladder and pull down that championship. But climbing that ladder is always a risk, as we are seeing. And Rollins was left hanging. CM Punk with another powerbomb, sending Rollins down to the mat after hanging off that championship. Punk going to be going for the early GTS. Rollins out of it. Nice reversal by the youngster. Now Punk in the corner. And now the forearm smash, taking the champion down yet again. So these two superstars, very varied yet very similar, have followed similar career paths. Both made their name in independence, notably Ring of Honor. Oh, what a move though. Rollins with that Skywalker. Rollins with the Skywalker. The champion crashing down on the mat. Rollins going up that ladder. What is he going to be going for? Oh, the moon stomp. What a move. The moon stomp off that ladder, crashing down to the chest of Punk. That move devastating. Punk down on the outside of the ring. This is the ultimate opportunity now for Rollins to climb that ladder and become the world champion for the first time in his career. The champion already to his feet. Oh, the springboard drop kick. Rollins crashing off the ladder. Oh, walking into it. CM Punk with that GTS onto Rollins. GTS to Rollins. Nap time. And this one hasn't been going too long. Could be over very soon, but could prove to be a wasted opportunity there by the champion. Instead of climbing that ladder, CM Punk deciding to go for that chair. And as we are seeing, that move not paying off. The challenger grabbing that chair. Rollins grabbing that chair, wrapping it around the head of the champion. That move could certainly come back to bite CM Punk the you-know-where. And what a move by Rollins there. Sending Punk again, crashing down through that steel ladder. The crowd electric, as they have been all evening. Loving this main event. And what a main event we are seeing. As Rollins hits that super kick with CM Punk on his knees. As I said before, these two men have had similar career paths, making their name in Ring of Honor and other independent promotions. Both actually former Ring of Honor World Champions. Rollins looking to become the WWE Champion for the first time in his career, or should I say the World Champion, but easier said than done. CM Punk now top of the ladder. What is he going for? What a move by CM Punk, the modified Samoan drop there. Champion taking the challenger down, and it could be all over for Rollins, but Punk yet again not going for that ladder, instead deciding he wants to inflict more damage onto the member of the Shield, clearing the announcer's table and now grabbing that ladder, but not taking it to the middle of the ring, rather setting it up next to the table. Punk clearly something in mind there, but not paying off again because Rollins quickly back to his feet, taking Punk down. Oh, another moon stomp. The moon stomp this time off the announcer's table. The crowd cannot believe what we are seeing. Another fantastic move by the young Seth Rollins, and this match still continues. The crowd truly are electric in this one. What a main event we are witnessing. Surely this is going to be going down in history as one of the most exciting ladder matches we've ever seen. Rollins going for that kick again. Can't connect this time. CM Punk back in control now, that big knee. As I already mentioned, CM Punk having this record-setting World Championship reign, defeated superstar after superstar, including John Cena and Stone Cold Steve Austin. Just connects there with that Macho Man-like elbow drop. Injured himself looked like, but the adrenaline clearly taking Punk through that pain, crashing down for that ladder, but the champion continuing his assault. Vintage CM Punk there, the knee and the Bulldog combination. But yet again, CM Punk risking his own body. The legs and knees of Punk crashing down through that steel ladder, which allows Rollins there for that split second to grab that control, send the champion off the ropes, and Rollins that time a beautiful drop kick. Punk again being brought to his feet, this time being brought over to that steel chair. Jawbreaker by Rollins, but it's clear he's got something else in mind. Picking Punk to his feet. Whatever he was going for, Punk does not want part of it. Knee to the gut, Irish whip. Oh, and trademark Punk. That twisted neck breaker, bringing the young back and the young head of Seth Rollins down onto that steel chair. Calling him to his feet, going to be going for another GTS. No, this time cannot connect. What was Rollins going for? The blackout. Not quite connecting with that steel chair, but nonetheless the blackout taking the champion down. Rollins in cruise control currently. Oh, but again the champion. This is why CM Punk has been champion for so long. In the face of adversity, he continues to fight back, as we are seeing. But that time, missing the Macho Man elbow drop. Hit it previously, went back to the well. One too many times there. Rollins again to his feet. Going to that corner this time, taking the turnbuckle pad off. Didn't quite realise he didn't have as much time as he thought he did, because Punk again. Oh, Tornado DDT out of the corner. A lovely Tornado DDT. Rollins down, centre of the ring. And now Punk doing the right thing in regards to the championship. Getting that ladder. Sending the ladder into the ring. The crowd continuing to enjoy this fantastic main event. Rollins now thrown to the outside of the ring, and Punk doing the right thing, slowly but surely climbing that ladder, moments away from possibly retaining that championship. Not to be though. Rollins that time with a springboard. Oh, and he hits it. The Skywalker by Seth Rollins onto the champion, and what a move, a beautiful move there. The corkscrew shooting star splash. This Rollins, many moves in his arsenal. He can be technical, he can be speedy, he can be high flying. A beautiful move there. But yet again, the champion fighting back. I've said it many times before, but you can never discount the champion. CM Punk holding that championship for well over a year now. But if anyone can beat this man, it potentially could be Seth Rollins, because as we are seeing, this young man laying it all on the line, his heart, his body and his soul, and especially his body, shall I say, taking risk after risk. We have seen multiple moon stomps, we have seen that corkscrew shooting star press, and we just saw the dive to the outside of the ring. Clearly has little care for his body, but laying it all on the line to become the world champion for the first time in his early career. Again, we saw his Shield compatriots earlier on. Unfortunately for the Shield, Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns losing the tag team championships to the team of Daniel Bryan and John Cena. Let's hope for the Shield's sake Rollins has a bit more luck in the main event we are watching. But CM Punk calling him to his feet, going to be going for that GTS yet again. But again can't connect. Rollins. Oh, the Falcon Arrow there. Moves on that side of the ring really do hurt that much more. This match has been very brutal, very high flying. Arguably the match of the night, at least judging by this crowd's reaction. Rollins again, slowly but surely climbing that ladder, but the ladder is not under the championship. What the hell is Rollins going for? Oh, another moonsault. This time can't connect. Rollins missing that third moonstomp from the ladder to the outside of the ring. Both men to their feet, battling back and forth. CM Punk pushing away. And reverting back to that neck breaker. The inverted neck breaker, the modified neck breaker, taking the Shield member down. And yet again, another golden opportunity for the world champion to climb that ladder and pull down his world championship. Punk doing it, slowly but surely, climbing that ladder again, but Rollins already to his feet. Both these guys filled with adrenaline. They're not going to be feeling good in the morning, that is for sure. Both men top of the ladder, going back and forth. Rollins over the eye rake. And the neck breaker off the ladder, crashing down to the mat. The champion spread out. Cannot believe what match we are seeing. But again, CM Punk continuing that fight back. Rollins now in the corner. CM Punk spinning him around. And Rollins looks to be in a bad way. I think that move off the ladder arguably hurting Rollins more than it did CM Punk. But Punk being Zaguri. And what the hell are we seeing? What is this? CM Punk has got Rollins up. Oh, the Super GTS! The GTS off the ropes, out of the corner. That could be the move that decides this contest. Rollins unconscious but being pulled to his feet by the champion. I think we've seen Rollins get up so many times previously. Punk wants to make sure this time when he climbs that ladder, there is no one stopping him. And that is what we are seeing. Rollins not moving. CM Punk climbing up. We could be seconds away from CM Punk leaving as champion. Rollins though back into the ring. How is this guy doing this? Time and time again, the youngster getting back to his feet. Punk in a bad situation. And an electric chair drop. Punk hanging from that championship. Rollins crashed him down with that super electric chair drop. A fantastic match we are witnessing. And now the fight heading to the outside of the ring as Rollins there just misses that body vault. The desperation DDT there by Punk. And you've got to wonder how in the hell these two men are continuing this match. We are seeing spectacular move after spectacular move. A great main event of what has been a great pay-per-view. And again, Punk finally connects with it, the GTS. We've seen the Super GTS already, now a normal GTS. And it looks like Punk is going to be making that exclamation point. Rollins on that announcer's table, lifeless. The champion climbing the ladder. Could be looking for that match man elbow drop potentially. Here we go. What the lights in the arena have just gone out. What the hell is going on? Oh, Kevin Nash. When the lights come back on, Kevin Nash powerbombing CM Punk off that ladder. Do not forget the feud between CM Punk and his former stablemates. Rollins finding himself back into the ring. Climbing that ladder. What the hell? This is not good for Punk. Kevin Nash. The jackknife powerbomb through the table. Punk crashing through that table the hard way. Rollins in the ring. Hands on the championship. And he's got it. Seth Rollins pulling down that championship. We have got a brand new World Heavyweight Champion. Kevin Nash screwing CM Punk once again. This time ultimately out of the World Championship. But what a fantastic pay-per-view this has been. What a fantastic main event this has been. The fans cannot believe what we are seeing. Rollins now not only the Light Heavyweight Champion, but now the SmackDown World Heavyweight Champion. The NWO's Kevin Nash costing CM Punk his World Championship. The year-long CM Punk Championship reign is finally over. We have got a new face at the top of the WWE mountain. His name is Seth Rollins, and he's leaving Backlash the new World Heavyweight Champion.